The Arma series has many interesting campaigns throughout its games. Each one gives you a look at the lore of the map you make and play operations on. Today, we will be looking at the factions of one of these campaigns from Arma Armed Assault, the Sahrani conflict. Now, for a bit of background info, I will be using the Arma 3 Eden editor to create some of these scenes, as Arma 1 looks very dated, but thanks to the CUP mod, all the assets from the game and Arma 2 have been imported to Arma 3. However, I will be using clips from Arma 1 in later videos about the campaign itself. And now for some background.
Sunny beaches, a fresh sea breeze, and shaded terraces, along with imposing mountains and lush forests. What more could you ask for in a holiday resort? Sahrani is an isolated island in the Atlantic Ocean, and this remoteness is just what allows it to keep its special charm. Much of the country has barely been touched by civilization, but the comforts of modern hotels and a vibrant nightlife are also to be found. Past tensions between the Southern Monarchy and the Northern Democratic Republic of Sahrani have eased to the point where both nations are considered safe travel destinations by the U.S. Department of State. To ensure ongoing stability in the region, U.S. troops are training the Southern Royal Army Corps. We asked one of our soldiers supervising an exercise how they like it here in Sahrani. So, how is life out here in paradise, soldier?
Well, it ain't nothing special here, ma'am. It's hot, there's a drill every other day, and the island is kinda nice, I guess. I'll be shipped back in a week, so let me say to my folks back home, I'm really looking forward to seeing you again soon.
Well, there it is from the horse's mouth. Stationed on this beautiful island, our troops ensure a safe environment for your holidays. Thank you very much, soldier. For the AAN Network, this is Marion Quant from the Kingdom of South Sahrani.
The island of Sahrani, where the game takes place, is located in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. It was first used by the British as a base for the Royal Navy during the Napoleonic era. The island gained independence in 1898, forming the Kingdom of Sahrani ruled by a monarchy. The kingdom remained at peace until the mid-1900s, when a communist revolution erupted and seized the northern provinces of the kingdom. This left the island divided between the Kingdom of Sahrani, led by King Joseph III, and the newly formed Democratic Republic of Sahrani, led by Prime Minister Torres. Now on to the factions, starting with the Democratic Republic of Sahrani and their army, the Sahrani Liberation Army. How subtle. The SLA consists mainly of Soviet gear, vehicles, and equipment, which is to be expected given their communist government, as well as some more modern vehicles bought from Russia. Their troops utilize woodland-style camo, olive-colored body armor, and SSH-68 steel helmets, while tankers and pilots wear dark blue uniforms. Their equipment is the typical Soviet-aligned loadout, with AK-74s, AKS-74s, Zhukov sniper rifles, PKM light machine guns, Makra pistols, Strela manpads, RPGs, and KSVK anti-material rifles. For vehicles, the SLA have the classic T-72A tank. They someone asked Saddam how well those did. They also have BMP-2s, as well as a medical variant for the BMP-2, and you can find some BMP-1s, but they're only wrecks now. They also have BRDM-2s with the guided missile variant. And ZSU-32 Shilkas for AA, as well as a large amount of UAZs with Dishkas and grenade launchers on top for technicals. The SLA's air force is quite confusing. Its fighters consist of Sopwith Camels, a British World War I fighter. They also have Russian Su-34s, a fighter bomber with strike capabilities as it has guided munitions, as well as air-to-air missiles, and shouldn't exist because it's 2 years before it's even been cleared for full production in Russia. let alone export variants. They have a rotary wing of Mi-8s, which they call Mi-17s just to be confusing, as well as Ka-50s, the bane of top-tier war thunder. The SLA's navy consists mostly of speedboats. Yep, speedboats. I believe they have larger ships due to an event that happens later in the war, but we'll discuss it when that happens. Now for the next faction, the USA. By 2006, American forces on Sahrani have mostly pulled out, with the training of the Royal Sahrani Army almost complete. Only a few platoons remain, led by Captain Armstrong, consisting mostly of logistics, a few Humvees, and a few Strykers. They do not have many other assets, but will be reinforced with more later in the conflict. Now for the last faction, the Royal Army of Sahrani. The Royal Army of Sahrani is the army of the Kingdom of Sahrani. It is supplied and trained by the U.S. troops on the island. Its uniforms are the Gulf War era chocolate chip desert pattern. For weapons, the riflemen get M16s, the machine gunners get the M240, snipers have the M24. They also have M136 launchers, and for main pads, they have Stinger missiles. For vehicles, we have the Army 4x4 with transport and armed variants. They're basically 2006 Defender Land Rovers, and its mainstay vehicle, the M113 with the A3 variant, and the M163 Vulcan for SPAA. For aircraft, they have the AH-6 Heli with armed and transport variants. And that is all the factions in the Sahrani conflict. In the next video, I plan to cover the war itself and the battles that take place during it. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you next time.